All right, well, this is the pre-campout meeting for Wilderness Leadership Academy. We simply refer to that as WLA. And my name is Jim Bussing. I am the outgoing director of WLA, and we have the incoming director of WLA, Troy Nini, who's going to be taking over. We're going to be working together this year and getting you guys set up for a great campout the next 2 weekends. And those campouts are August 29th through the 31st is the first one. Second one is September 5th through the 7th. And Troy, what's our focus going to be on?
So our focus is going to be on ICE-ME. That's an acronym that describes the principles of leadership that we're going to be covering for this weekend. ICE-ME stands for I is inspire shared vision, C is challenge the process, E enable others to act, M model the way, and E again encourage the heart. These are the principles that we'll be going through, and everything that we do on the weekend is going to be related back to these principles. All the talks that the candidates are going to give need to relate back to these principles. The mission statement for WLA is enable young leaders to conquer challenges and lead like it matters. Just like the mission statement for HATS in general, the mission statement for WLA drives everything that we do in WLA. The principles and the behaviors and traits that we'll be talking about in the second weekend all relate back to that mission.
Who's going to lead?
I am.
How are you going to lead?
Like it matters.
All right. We're going to say that a lot through the campout. That's kind of a repeat chant. So we'll teach you that on the first campout, but we'll keep doing that throughout the weekend. Just to remind you that we need to lead like it matters.
And like every other HATS campout, they all have a theme. So the theme for the WLA campout are leaders are not born, they're made. And one thing that the candidates will learn, leadership is a skill, and that skill is something they can learn. They have absolutely the ability to be good leaders. They need to come prepared though. Some people are natural in speaking in front of a crowd, and you say, oh, they're just a natural born leader. But maybe they're not very good at being prepared. And that really hampers their leadership skills. Other people may not be great at speaking out loud, but they're extremely good at being prepared, and maybe they're good at, going back to one of our principles, modeling the way. And they can become a very good leader. So the theme of this is making sure that they all understand that leadership is a skill that they can learn, and they can become a great leader.
All right.
So what are our goals?
Our goals are to focus on leadership principles this weekend, which Troy just talked about. ICE-ME, really important for the fall. We talk about REAL in the spring. But your preparation, I'm going to give you 3 bits of advice. Prepare, prepare, and prepare. We have people that every year they come in, they're not prepared. Most people aren't, but we have a couple and we can just tell. You're going to stand out like a sore thumb if you don't prepare. It's really, really important. What I would do, and we get complaints about this, it's not going to change because of the way we have this camp out set up, but we send assignments out the Monday before the camp out. So if you're camping, even if you're camping on the second weekend, you won't get your assignments until that Monday before. Troy and I will be going to work and doing our normal jobs, and then we're going to have to come back and cram at night to get all these assignments made out and to send them out to you Monday. So it may be Monday at midnight when you get them, but you will get them Monday. So Tuesday they will be available. Make sure your dad, if you're watching this, your dad, or dad, if you're watching it, make sure your kid gets it as soon as possible so they can start preparing. My advice is to get the information and write out all your speeches. Back when we used to do this with a complete group, we do it in small bandana groups now. So it used to be 30 people in a group, now we have like 10 people in a group. It gives you more repetition, which is going to help you grow quicker over the weekend. But by doing that, you're going to have probably 6 to 8 assignments. And they're usually short speeches, they're 2 to 3 minute speeches, maybe running a game, something like that. It's not going to be a real big deal. Maybe running the name game. A couple people will have that. But when you get that, write out your assignments, your speech, whatever it is, write it on paper, and then practice it. Practice in front of the mirror, practice in front of your friends, your dog, whatever it is, practice. You've got your dad in the car. You can monopolize that conversation by practicing all the way there. He can't get out of the car, he's driving. Practice on him the entire way up. And even when you get there, I've heard people in their tents practicing the morning of, the night of, whatever it is. Make sure you're preparing. Very important. Understand the content and the examples. We've had some really good speeches. They were eloquent, they were given well, but the content didn't match the actual principle that we were giving you. So make sure you understand the principle, you give a definition of it and an example. Because that's important that you actually understand the principle that we're talking about. You want to make the speeches as deep and meaningful as possible. Make sure if you can kind of turn that back to the mission statement, that's really good. The HATS mission statement or the WLA mission statement, either one. But just make sure it does connect with some of the principles. So if you're running a game or whatever, it's great to bring that back to one of the principles, and you'll find one. Just look for it. You will receive a participant packet online, or rather you don't receive it. You can go online to the HATS website. It's going to be there. It's by the time you get this video, it'll be there at the same time. So get that packet. It's got all the information. It has everything about ICE-ME on it, directions, what you need. We're going to go over that stuff as well, but as far as ICE-ME and the different definitions, please don't use the definitions we give you in ICE-ME. Come up with your own. Make it original. It's going to make it much better. And after you've given speeches or games, again, in a small group, 10 or 12 people, we're going to give you feedback. And that used to be done in public, where you would stand in the middle of the circle and we would kind of, and not throw darts at you really, but we would give you feedback right there. It's done in a much more secluded way now. We take you aside. We'll go through an entire stream of like ICE-ME speeches. When everybody's done, we take each one aside individually. So we'll say, hey, whoever did ICE-ME, Inspire a Shared Vision, come over here, then challenge the process. And we give you feedback, not just one-on-one, but we give you written feedback, so you can take that with you, and maybe you're a little bit nervous when we're giving you the feedback. You'll remember later on. You can look at it and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. This is what I need to fix. So excellent opportunity to review what we've given you as far as the information from the feedback. All right, what about logistics?
So, location. We are at a new campsite, a new camp for this fall. This is the first time we're going to be going there. It's the Pines Catholic Camp. It is out towards Longview, going on Highway 80. You'll pass Big Sandy, and before you get to Gladewater, which is outside Longview, it'll be just a little bit north of that. The directions of how to get there will be part of the packet, which will give you everything you need to know. Also, if you put it in the Pines Catholic Camp in Waze or in Google Maps, it should take you there without any issues. Weather and gear.
It's gonna be cold, right?
Maybe a little chilly for August. Otherwise, it's probably going to be the normal Texas August, which means hot.
Yeah.
Very hot. So what does that mean for you? Bring appropriate gear as far as clothing, shorts, some sun hats or something to protect your head, but also ice, lots of water, electrolytes. If you've got portable fans that you can have to put in your tent, great. If you have a portable AC unit, that might not be a bad idea too. I don't have one of those. If yours disappears in the middle of the night, do not come to my tent. It's not there. Like I said, it's going to be hot, so get ready, get prepared. So are there any things that we don't want to do while we're there?
We don't want to drink a lot of caffeinated drinks. We want to make sure we're not wearing a lot of heavy clothing. I mean, you certainly don't want to wear a jacket, rain jacket. It's going to retain the heat. I don't think it's going to be a problem. It never has been. But just stay in the shade as much as possible. I would bring a pop-up, because we don't need it for rain, most likely. If we did, it would probably be a blessing. But it does cover you from the shade at your campsite if you're cooking or just getting ready or preparing. At least you have some shade. We don't know, I haven't been to this camp out yet, so I don't know how many trees we have around, but it's supposed to be in a wooded area, so hopefully we can get some help from the canopies from the trees. But yeah, just bring, like Troy said, bring liquid and electrolytes. I usually bring the tablets or the powder mixes to mix up Gatorade.
Yes.
And we will have water. We always bring ice water for the round robin, so you can drink water while you're out in the round robin. You don't have to come back. But do have your own water, plenty of it. Probably 3 gallons per person for the weekend, if at minimum.
Yeah.
Just for cleaning, cooking, washing, drinking, everything. It's going to be important. But we will have the pool experience. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead of yours.
That's okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
As far as gear, we're a little far out to know what the forecast is, but although we don't expect to wear our rain gear when it's hot, if you don't bring it, that means it's going to rain.
Yep.
So please bring your rain gear.
And if one person forgets it, it's going to rain.
Absolutely.
And we're going to know who caused it because you're going to be the one without a rain jacket.
Yes. How about non-negotiables?
Non-negotiables, okay. I think we might forget about these because we're getting up in years for 8th graders and older who are going on this camp out.
But we
still apply it to all these camp outs, no matter what it is. So 18-inch rule, very important. 2 parts of that rule. We want you to build a relationship with your dad, daughter, son. So we want you to be in close proximity the entire time. Don't be walking around. I mean, the ladies and the son shouldn't be walking by themselves or somewhere. You want to be with your dad the entire time. And it's a safety rule. You guys can keep an eye on each other, so there's not anything major that happens. No electronics. We've always allowed you to have your portable cameras, but this is not a camera. It can work as a camera. We don't want to see these. We want to see you building a relationship with your dad, daughter, son. So leave the phones in the car, and if you want to bring a camera, that's fine. We will have photographers on the camp out. They'll take pictures. We're going to post those on whatever the Google is now that we do. Mm-hmm. Radios. I mean, there's certain electronics you can have what we don't care about, like CPAPs are really important. Please, if you have a CPAP, bring it for everyone's sake. But radios and boom boxes and things that are going to make noise, we don't want distractions. I think everybody knows the spirit of the rule. Big screen TVs are out. And everybody should know that at this point, being through the campouts. No pets. No puppy dogs, no turtles, no cats, whatever you want to bring. That's a distraction. And I mean, we had one camp out where dogs came to the camp out and they stayed the entire camp out on the river, and it was a major distraction. So I've experienced that firsthand. It's not good. No firearms. Again, distraction for the dads. We don't want to look at it. We're going to ignore our daughters or sons. So leave those at home as well. And no alcohol. This is an inclusive organization where we want dads, daughters, and sons to do the same things, the same activities. If you're drinking, not, aside from the safety part of that, if you're intoxicated, you're not going to be able to build a relationship with your daughter or your son, and it's a safety issue. On top of that, your son or daughter can't do that either. So we want to do things that we're doing together as a team, and that's important. All right, Troy.
So what is this camp out going to look like? A little bit different than the normal HATS camp out on a Friday night. We're going to start at 7:30. So it's very important that you are there by 7:30. There's a lot to do during the camp out. So some of the activities that we're going to be asking the son or daughter to do starts on Friday night. So we're starting at 7:30. They need to come prepared and ready to go. They're going to start doing some of their activities then. Then on Saturday morning, we'll wake up at the normal HATS time, and we're going to do some morning activities. We'll do some round robin stuff where they're going to be going through and giving their speeches and running their games or doing their activities. We'll take a break for lunch. We're not sure exactly right now if we're going to be doing it out in the field or we'll come back to camp, but we'll be breaking for lunch, and then we'll be doing some more activities in the afternoon, and then some of our normal Saturday night activities where we cook out and eat together. This is the first WLA. If this is the first WLA that you are doing, you do not need to do a ghost story. If you've already done one WLA camp out, because we don't mind if you do these in opposite order, if you've already done one, so this is your second WLA camp out, you do need to come prepared to do a ghost story. What does that mean? Well, and it means your ghost story needs to be written out, needs to be practiced, and you need to come ready to present that to the group on Saturday night. Again, if this is your first WLA campout, you do not need to do a ghost story. This is only if this is your second WLA campout. As Jim had mentioned before, also on that Saturday afternoon, we will have some pool time. It's going to be hot, and we're going to be able to cool off for a little while in the pool. So it's a very nice break and a nice, well-enjoyed activity in that afternoon.
It's very welcomed.
Yes. On Sunday morning, we'll do some of our normal hats activities and name game assignments. So the candidates will be doing their version of the name game on Sunday morning. And at the end, we're going to do some Thorns and Roses, where we are constantly trying to improve the WLA experience for all of our both dads, sons, and daughters. So we want to hear your feedback, and we're going to have some time where we can do that.
All right. Well, just come with a really good attitude. That's the most important thing, preparation. And remember, you're going to get out of this what you put into it. If you came into this and you're excited about it, that's great. If your dad's making you come, take advantage of it because you're here already. Maybe you lost a bet with your dad and that's why you're here. Whatever your reason, you're there. You're already there. Why not take advantage of it? This is a unique program. I've never seen 8th graders get leadership skills like this anywhere else in the world that I've heard of.
Nowhere.
And you're going into high school after that with these incredible leadership skills. So take advantage of it. It's not going to be something you're going to be able to do later in your life. This is going to set you up for college. I mean, for high school and college both, and even the workplace as far as leadership. You're making a big step into the world of leadership. So please take advantage of the assignments we give you, the preparation, and even the assignments we give you that'll be random at the camp out. All important. Just take those and run with it. It's going to pay off dividends later on. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody there. Have a safe trip, and we'll see you soon.
Can't wait to see you. Thanks.
Bye.